No matter the venue or the locale, when these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
They got that space. I ain't beating the alligators, bro.
Today we got back. I got that cookie butter bake.
Cookie soap. Try it. Second.
Back to pass, it's Marco. Fires to the wide out. Connection to the right.
Second.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing. Find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Chicken chicken, daddy. Like that back. I got some goats and some food that make changes.
Drive with you. That's all.
Right.
Why are you saying like dragon? It's right.
I got that cookies that are sacred cookie. Ooh.
You said that wrong. Cookies that are safe.
I got that cookies that are
It'll be first and 10 from the 30.
Oh, don't always call me Jess. This is the most sexy I've ever felt in my life.
Really?
He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Is that right?
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk
So
plays,
something
and now
felt
they'll
better
snap it on first
They're
down.
doing Bobby Brown and playing another stranger into last night. It was also seeing
Use
these
the
down
play
in the
fake,
season.
down
The
to
final
throw.
season she got a little bit more
And they won't be able to
so
connect
more
downfield,
looking
looking
off
for a
because of a
big-time
lot of
play.
fan base.
These two first met back in
This is really
1915.
Bobby
A
Brown.
bunch of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long in their 07 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
To the air, it's Marco.
It made her look old. Like,
He's
I
got
just
him.
think she got an old
And the
face.
defense
Her
settled
face don't
in to
look
stop
like
that one for a short gain.
she did something typically like,
Really
oh, she
nice
got
job
her
by the
face. I just
defense
think
there.
that's what
You're
kind
trying to
of
force the quarterback to
and
throw
everybody
the football in
grabbed
front of you and allow your guys to
Okay,
square
she
up
went from looking
and make a
13
tackle out in
to
space.
40.
You got to force the ball carrier to do something
Never
special
looked like
after the
it.
catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tackle by the defense.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds.
Against them looking at in the later seasons, and they definitely knows Millie Bobby Brown has gotten over the years or some sort of Invisalign being the team different. There's also some passive surgeons online looking really bad at Sheets and also forward as well. Because if you look at Sheets now versus 2022, it looks like Millie Bobby Brown's definitely had some sheet put in, and also some passive surgeons were saying that looking at Phil had the flu, she's had some
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
No, they know she had a lot more
I
facial
will feed
expression.
this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want. I just need to know if it's a tie, Give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy so short.
They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate, guys that many running backs into the NFL. But it's because of these big old hog mouths.
This menu looking like, y'all, they got the one side for the food, one side for the drinks. I like that. They got a lot of different seafood, y'all. We got to dive in. We got a bunch of stuff, y'all. Let's try it. Let's do it perfect. Let's hang out that little Broad Street, Oyster Club, let a Malibu, let a seafood, let the ocean, let a fish. Gotta start with a famous lobster. Just the one of the better stuff.
And he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Blue. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the middle, it's Savage. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using his weapons, right? Getting him out in space as much as possible. Get him matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I
But my cousin Skip and Chad, they ride all the time. I'm always the one that's not family, but I'm here today, guys. We have this time.
The Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot right.
My boy B is kind of happy to come out here. Thank you, B. Meet you on the way to catch.
It's Duarte. And the catch touchdown, Dogs! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
and settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
I was blocked since I was a kid, but it was never like this.
I think your nightmares and sleepwalking are a manifestation of misplaced guilt.
Nice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Well, reality is slipping away. I believe we had problems. I've been spiraling since yes.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Power football with the run. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Looking to throw, it's Marco. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line all time.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 25. That big fella out front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial guy, and then getting to the quarterback. And the hard part a lot of time is getting him on the ground. Nice job by the big line.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. And some room to work. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making a play.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Oh, better look out! He found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to throw, it's Marco. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
Shit, I shouldn't have no eggs left.
First play of the period, first down here. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going straight.
You sound like a closer.
Looking downfield on first down. He's looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators. Just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was number one team you wanted to beat.
That's a pretty ass stupid woman, boy. You can't say nothing about her looks. A fine woman, nigga, man.
It'll be third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Markham. On the run, fires downfield. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. On the move, it's Leg. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
Good.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Markham. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
What are you doing? Follow the fucking person.
Pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Focus on
That's why
pass
QBs
coverage.
love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The give to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Blue. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. First down and more. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. He wants it all. Touchdown Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today. They are up by just 1 over Texas Tech. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Dropping back, it's Marcook. Here's the pressure. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
You got to give the O-line credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Fry. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has had trouble getting it in here, but maybe a little life here on first and 10.
Every time he says something, he makes it sexual. It's just, when niggas do that, it's like,
Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Wants to throw on first down. Throwing right. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
I forgot about YG and K Learning. He got her tatted on his hand.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
I forgot about that.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Back to throw. It's Marco. Floating away. And he races to the house. Touchdown, Gator.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the 3rd quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Blue. Caught near the sticks. It's Duarte. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short.
Breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback making adjustments.
The orange passing drive.
Back to pass. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2.
And listen, I know he just got
I just looked at it downstairs, and I was like, that's it.
So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
It's not about trying. You can look at it and see it's too big. It's too long.
On the defensive line, they've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Using his legs, it's Fry. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The Gators want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The play action fake. He lets it fly. Finds a spot in the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kentucky. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that.
I was just
when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
I'm so used to black women always, like most of the books they talk about the black.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Send the tight end in motion. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
That's a good idea offensively. Try to get this guy the football in space on the perimeter of the field, throwing him the swing pass, and see if he can make something happen.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Laterals it back. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Gators line up to punt it away. They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll give it to the back. That play won't make the highlight reel, except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Looking for a man. It's Blue. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. They get to him as he throws. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's blue. And the defense gets home with the pressure and knocking down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to power their way ahead. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Back to pass, it's blue. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end round.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving them a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fit it in the window for the score. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end, as they'll take the unvictory formation.